Hi, I'm Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another VR. This one is to Tara. Tara is cozy. And with a sidebar of Shanna, at Shanna D, because that's where I first saw her VR to Tara, and then I went and I watched Tara's video. But basically, what Tara did was she did a video archetyping the court cards in the tarot deck. And I really liked the way both her and Shanna did it. So basically, she took each one of the court cards, said what she associated their energy with, and then she went to Kim Cran's archetype deck. Is that what it's called? Just the archetype deck? I can't remember. And pulled a card out to represent, the archetype of that court. And then pulled another archetype card out to represent the energy or the place. I think it was the place that court would possibly reside. I thought that was a really cool idea. And then when I watched Shanna's video, she used Carolyn Miss's archetype deck, which is a great one to choose. And I loved her choices for each one of the courts. But then she also brought in a color oracle, and I cannot remember the name of it. I think it's that one, that real thick one. I want to say the color mage, but I don't know if that's right or not. But whatever color oracle she brought in, she picked a color to represent the energy of each one of those court cards. And I just thought that was a really great way to get to know your court cards a little bit better. So if you are struggling learning the court cards in the tarot system, I think this is a fabulous idea to do, because you can write down words that you associate with each one of those court cards, and then go to your archetype decks or go to your oracle decks and start pulling out cards from those decks to represent that energy of that court, to help you understand that court card better. I hope that makes sense. Please go check out Tara's channel. She explains it better, and I will have her and Shanna both their videos linked in my description box below. So I kind of did a combination of both. Did I say that already? I don't know. I've started and stopped this video like 3 times. Okay, so I kind of did a combination of both, where I have an archetype that I pulled out for each one of the court cards. Then I went to an oracle deck, which I am using. Let me see if I can find the box. If you can see my desk or my table with the amount of decks out, it's ridiculous. Then I went ahead and I pulled a card from the Outlaw Oracle to also represent the energy of that court card. And so that was really interesting, trying to find something in this oracle deck to match. And then I went to my the Place Oracle. This is mass market off of Amazon. And I pulled a card to represent a place that you might find one of these court cards. So I hope that makes sense, and I'll just hopefully as I go along you'll understand a little bit better what I'm talking about. So this is no particular order, just the pile that I have over here to the side. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Pentacles, and because I have so many cards for each one, I'm just going to do one at a time. So we have our Page of Pentacles, and I went ahead and I pulled out 2 more cards from other tarot decks that I have. I love the Light Seers tarot, so that is another deck. And then I went ahead and I pulled a card from the quartz of the Millennial Tarot, because it has like an archetype almost already on the card for you. So it had the Page of Swag, or the Page of Pentacles, as a personal trainer. Yeah, I guess I could see that. I could see the Page of Pentacles stepping into that personal trainer energy. The Page of Pentacles to me is someone who has that that bit of determination to go after what they want. and to go out and at an early age and start creating the life that they want to have in the long run. They don't wait until later on to do that. These are the students in high school that are taking those college classes on the side as seniors to get that leg up, so they're well ahead of the game when it's time for them to go off to college. That's kind of what this reminds me of, even though I always see the Page of Swords more of a student, but these are a determined person also. So the archetype that I picked for the Page of Pentacles is the Pilgrim. They are looking for opportunities. They are looking for ways to grow even at a young age. So they're ready to embrace any opportunity that someone's going to put forward for them so they can start forging their own path. And the Outlaw Oracle card that I picked is Horizon, because that's what I kind of feel with these pages. They are looking so far ahead, thinking of their future. They are looking to the horizon line to see what else is out there. And it says going the distance and what lies ahead. And so that's why I thought this was the perfect representation for the Page of Pentacles. And then the place that I thought you would find this page is just in your general workspace. Productive environment, creative zone, technology hub. This is the person that had the paper route when they were kids. Is there any paper routes anymore? I had a paper route as a kid. So they had the paper route. They worked at their local corner grocery store. They did all kinds of odd jobs for people, learned these new skills. That's kind of what I see this page as. So that's why I thought the workplace would be a fitting energy for them. So next up, we have our Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is dependable. He's going to do whatever you ask him to do. If you need him to help you move house, he's going to be there to help you move house. He is someone that you can really rely and depend on. Now, they have the Knight of Swag, or the Knight of Pentacles, as a celebrity stylist. And I had to really think about that as far as, well, how would this knight be a celebrity stylist? And then the archetype that I chose from this, oh, did I say that this is the Citadel Oracle? Sorry if I didn't say that already, but this is the Citadel, is the tailor. Attention to detail and pride. This knight has pride in his work. He wants to put out the best product that there is, and he's going to work hard at putting out the best product that there is. So when I saw this card, the tailor, I thought this matched perfectly to the celebrity stylist. And then the Outlaw card that I chose is Boots. Prepared and accomplished. Those two words alone represent that knight energy. These well-worn pair of boots that have held up under whatever conditions that you've put them under, and have worn them for years and years. That's what made me pick the Boots card, is because I feel that that represents that dependable energy of the knight, your favorite pair of boots. But the place that you're going to find him or her is in the gym. They are going to be striving to be their best. Maybe working out at the gym helps them get into the zone and they can think better at that place. I just thought that that was a good representation, I think, for the knight. They are routine, so they are going to go to the gym 5 days a week. They're going to do the same workout routine every time they go, and that sort of thing. So that's the place that I picked for the Knight of Pentacles. So next up is our Queen, and this Queen in the Light Seers Tarot is one of my favorite depictions of the Queen of Pentacles. Nothing says who runs the world, girls, more than this image. Like right here, I love this depiction of her. She knows who she is. She is her own woman, and I I thoroughly enjoy that. So the archetype card, the Citadel card that I picked, is the Shepherd. And this is celebration and family. I had a hard time, believe it or not, picking an archetype card for the Queen of Pentacles. And the reason I picked celebration and family is because I see the Queen of Pentacles as being the one who likes to have a banquet, to host everybody for a get together and that sort of thing. And she is the queen that has that nurturing energy that is going to make sure that family is taken care of in one form or another. So that's why I picked the Queen of Pentacles as the Shepherd. And the Outlaw card that I picked for her is the North Star, the guiding light, direction in life values. She is going to instill those life values in you to show you what really matters in life, to show you what it is to nurture family, to host those gatherings and gather those people around to let them know how much, they mean to you and that sort of thing. And that kind of sounds like the Queen of Cups a little bit, but I just feel like the Queen of Pentacles wants to make a home. So for that reason alone, I picked that you would find the Queen of Pentacles in the kitchen. That's not to say that she's not this fabulous businesswoman and everything, but she is also, I could see her as the master chef of her home, making all those scrumptious meals to share with everybody, to make everybody feel nurtured and filled up and whole. And so that's why I picked, and she would have the most elegant kitchen ever. Ever. I don't see her in like a kitschy type, a collection of cows on your counter kitchen. I see her as a upscale restaurant kitchen. So that is what I picked for our Queen of Pentacles. And finally, our King of Pentacles. And I like this King of Pentacles too. He always puts me in mind of Kurt Russell a little bit here. And the King of Swag from the Millennial Tarot says sugar daddy. Yep, the King of Pentacles could be your sugar daddy because he is very well established in whatever pursuits he is going after. And for that reason, I picked the Patron, mentorship and finances, because he knows his way around a coin. That's just what the King of Pentacles says to me. And he also is one that is going to mentor you if you wanted to start a business, if you needed career advice, if you just needed that even life path advice. He's going to be the one that can mentor you through that and get you to your next step. I see him as the roadside motel from the Outlaw Oracle. He is stability and security. And I wanted to find something that was that like stable structure. And when you go even to the small little towns, depending on where you're from, the small little towns have small little hotels. Things have changed over the years where more franchises than that have come in. But before that happened in my area, it was nothing but mom and pop hotels up and down the river here. So yeah, I know what a roadside motel is, and that's why I saw that as that stable structure. But he is going to be in your financial center. He's going to be the one on Wall Street. He's going to be the one running the stock market, playing that game and that sort of thing. So that's where I would see the King of Pentacles. The next suit I'm going to do is our cups. This is my least favorite court suit ever. I don't like the cups. I don't. It's just one of those suits that does not sit well with me. But here is our page. So we have our dreamer. We have our, I guess, idealist, I think is the term that Lisa puts to the Page of Cups. But I see the Page of Cups as that dreamer. They have all these big hopes and dreams and ideas for their life or plans, and but I don't know how well they stick to following through with any of them. So they are easily inspired, which is why I picked the musician. They're the one that doesn't know how to play guitar, but they're going to pick up guitar and they're just going to strum away anyway because they feel inspired to do so. They're the ones that's going to go to that canvas, never held a paintbrush ever, and try to paint some masterpiece because that's inspired them to move them. They are that creative force, I guess, that, you know, wants to try all the different crafts and make different things and that sort of thing. I carry a little bit of that creative Page of Cups energy. I like to work with my hands, create paper crafts. I've done wreaths. I've done a little bit of everything. So I get that inspiration from that Page of Cups energy. However, the place I picked, or the energy I picked from the Outlaw Oracle, is Mirage, illusions, shadow, and fantasy. And I think that fits well with the Page of Cups because sometimes, like I said, they have all these big ideas and these big dreams and a little bit of illusion with how they can go about accomplishing that. They don't. I don't see the Page of Cups as sticking with a plan for anything either. So that's why I picked Mirage. And you would definitely find the Page of Cups at an art exhibit. And they would be the ones standing there going on and on and on and on about how that painting inspired them in some way. So that is my Page of Cups. Next, we have our Knight. Our Knight of Cups is the Charmer. Now, the Millennial has the Knight of Cups as an ally. I don't know how much I see the Knight of Cups as an ally because I always associate the Knight of Cups with extreme selfishness. I think the Knight is more focused on their needs and what they need to fill them up and what they need to I guess feel better about themselves. And maybe that's the more negative side of the Knight of Cups. I don't like the Knight of Cups at all. I think they're gonna love you and leave you kind of a person. I don't think that they're gonna come in and woo you in 10 different ways into a relationship, but I don't see them necessarily staying in that relationship, even though that kind of falls into that Knight of Wands energy, is a love them and leave them. But I guess because I have an issue with this Knight, that's what I feel it is. I don't know how truthful this Knight of Cups is either in his relationships. So I picked the Poet, relationships and vulnerability. This is the Knight of Cups that is going to fall in love with 5 different people at the same time. That's kind of what I feel with this Knight. Maybe that's another reason I have an issue with him. I don't think that his love interests last very long. So I picked the Good Time and Man for the Outlaw energy, and this is a heartbreaker, silver tongue, and he is smooth, and that is why I picked that for that, because that's exactly what I see the Knight of Cups as. He's going to tell you whatever you need to hear to get you to come along with him. So I actually see the Knight of Cups in a couple places. If we're in that Good Time and Man energy, you're going to find this guy at the nightclub. I don't know. Do they even have nightclubs anymore? It's been so long since I've been out and about. I don't go to bars or anything like that, but you're going to see this person at some sort of club, some sort of bar or whatever. But I also get the cinema aspect to it. I think the Knight of Cups would be a perfect actor, if you want to know the truth. That's where I think they would be. They would be on the silver screen, not necessarily in the cinema. So those are the places that I picked for this night. And we have our Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, according to the Millennial Tarot, is the mother, a mother's intuition, which that is, I would say, yes, right on the money. The Queen of Cups to me is very loving. She's very compassionate. I don't feel like the Queen of Cups, though, is as nurturing and worried about everyone in her family as like the Queen of Pentacles is. She is like, I think worried about her emotions a little bit more. Oh, I told you I have an issue with the cup suit. There's something I need to unpack in tarot. What is my issue with the cup suit? So yeah, I picked the diviner for her because of her intuitive nature, her intuitive ability. So yeah, she is the diviner. She's the one that's going to trust her intuition, that mother's intuition. She's the one that's going to go with her gut, and she's going to follow that. This is divine timing and evaluation. For that, or the outlaw energy, I picked the good-hearted woman. She has very good intentions. She has good intentions to be that good friend, to be that sounding board for you, to let you cry on her shoulder. This says respected, understanding, easygoing, and stable. Where you're going to find the Queen of Cups is she would probably be in the temple, the spiritual practices, meditation, reflection, that spiritual guidance. I could see the Queen of Cups as being very into having a daily meditation practice so she can connect and reflect on things, making sure that she's connecting to spirit or whatever her higher self is that she connects to. So that's why I chose the temple for her. And finally, our King of Cups. This is the stay-at-home dad, according to the Millennial Tarot. I could see that King of Cups is that stay-at-home dad. He has that nurturing energy just like that Queen does. I see the King of Cups as that stable place, which is why I said I think back with that roadside motel, that stability. I could see that for the King of Cups also. I chose the Captain for the King of Cups because his emotions are in check, and because, you know, he can listen to you from that place of compassion and understanding both sides. On the Captain card, it says teamwork, and I feel like he would be really good at helping people in a job or whatever create that element of teamwork and helping people get their emotions in check and that sort of thing. So that's why I picked the Captain for him. And the energy from the Outlaw Oracle that I chose is a beer, and it's a cold one. Belonging, relief, sanctuary. This is why I didn't pick the roadside motel, because I feel like the King of Cups is that sanctuary. This is the place that you would come to, like if you're a college student missing your family and everything, and you have that nurturing environment at home created by this King of Cups energy. That's how I would see this. And then for the place, I picked the lighthouse, the guiding light, the symbol of hope, that watchful centennial. He is going to help guide you back into a place of maybe positivity. Maybe he's going to help guide you back into a place of emotional balance and that sort of thing. So these are all of the energies that I picked for the Cups suit. So on to our swords. So we have Page of Swords. The Page of Swords for me is the learner. They are the ones that question everything. They're the little kid, the toddler going, why mommy, why mommy, why mommy? That is who the Page of Swords is. Now, they have the teletherapist in the Millennial Tarot. I don't relate to that, because I think to have the title therapist to you at all, you need to have a better understanding of things. And I don't know why that just teletherapist, I don't even remember what the guidebook says. There might be a reasoning in there that may change my mind, but for just looking at this card, I don't like that energy. For the Page of Swords, I don't think they have all the knowledge that they need to be a therapist of any kind, whether in person, teletherapist, whatever. So the card I picked for the Page of Swords is the Scholar, investigation and research. They are the ones that are looking up the how and the why, how to get more knowledge and information about a situation. I don't think they're just going to take your word for it. They want some proof as to why this is happening. So the Outlaw energy that I picked for them is Twilight. And I had a hard time finding one to fit for the Page of Swords. And I picked Twilight because of the reflection and assessment. So they are assessing everything around them. They are trying to find out the why to it. And the fact that it's twilight, so things aren't clear yet. We're out of the sun and we're not fully into that like night or moonlight energy either. There's that haziness that comes along sometimes, I think, with twilight. And so they don't have all the knowledge that they need quite yet. That's why the teletherapist does not fit well for me. But the place I think that you would find the Page of Swords is the laboratory. This is about scientific research, experiments, and analysis. And that experiments and analysis, I think, sums up that Page of Swords energy. So next we have our Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, who is going to tell you like it is. He doesn't give a crap what you have to say, what you think, how you're even going to feel about it. He's going to let it be known what he has to say. The Knight of Swords is impulsive. They speak before they think. They don't even get all the information about something, I feel, before they are running in there and giving their opinion about it. So for the Knight of Thoughts to be a protest organizer, I think that fits very well. Not that they are necessarily that impulsive and thinking before they speak, but they would be the ones that want to create change, and they're going to create that change through their words. So I could see a protest organizer for that. The archetype from the Citadel that I picked is the Brawler. Lack of empathy and confrontation. This is the one that I felt fit the Knight the best. They are going to confront you. They are not one of those ones to let things slide. They're going to be right up in your face and they're going to say, what the hell is going on here? And they're just going to call it like it is. So the Outlaw Oracle that I picked is Smoke, Vision, and Signals. And the reason being, because on the side here, it says smoke signals inform, but a smoke screen obscures. And I feel that with this Knight of Swords. He could tell you things that are going to bring some maybe clarity when he's not being too impulsive to a situation, but he also can talk and put that smoke screen up and turn you all around where you don't know your left from your right. So I thought that card fit him, or fit them. I keep saying him, but them very well. And the energy, or the place, I should say, not the energy, the place I picked, and I had a hard time picking a place from that oracle for this Knight, is the bustling hub, the social nexus, lively events, and cultural melting pot. And he likes that bit of excitement, not quite as much as maybe the Knight of Wands, but he wants to be a part of things. He wants to get in there and let his ideas and his thoughts in that be known. So that's why I picked the bustling hub for him. Next, we have our Queen of Swords. And for the Millennial Tarot, it has the Independent Woman. 100% the Queen of Swords is the independent woman. I see her as truthful. She is clarity in a nutshell. Yeah, it's going to be maybe a little bit brutal when she delivers it to you, but she is the truth. She is going to tell you the truth, whether you're ready to hear it or not. And the archetype that I picked for her from the Citadel is the Storyteller. And I picked this one because it says on here, viewpoints and control. And I think that she would be able to weave a story, to tell a story, and have that bit of control to it. Like, sometimes you know those people that they're telling you events that happened in their day, but they're throwing in all these extra embellishments to it also. And sure, that could be fun, like if you're looking for something for entertainment, to have all those embellished bits and pieces thrown into the story. but sometimes you just need the straight story of what is really going on. So that's kind of the reason that I picked her, or picked this archetype. I couldn't really find one. I mean, I could have found one that was maybe a little bit more on the brutal side, but I don't think this queen should get that rap of, being harsh in her way of speaking just because she likes to tell the truth. It's up to us whether or not, we want to hear it. So that's why I picked viewpoints and control for that storyteller. However, the outlaw, she is the black cup of coffee. She is the no nonsense cup of coffee. Clarity, fresh start, new energy, I feel represents this queen so well. She is not your soy milk froth foam latte that you get every Monday morning from your local coffee house. She is that home brewed black cup of coffee, straight in a cup, morning, noon, night. That's exactly what the Queen of Cups represents. So for the place for the queen, I picked the library, book collection, reading nooks, research, resources. I think you would find this queen for sure in a library, reading her favorite book, checking out her favorite book. So that is the place I picked for the queen. Our King of Swords. And the King of Thoughts for the Millennial Tarot says grown ass man. I love that so much. The King of Swords knows who he is. He doesn't have to put on that mask to portray himself to be anything else but that. So he is the logical person that you go to when you need to get those emotions put aside and hear the logical side of your problem. He is going to bring you that solution. He is going to help you work through that issue in a logical manner, removing your emotions so you can maybe see other aspects of whatever's going on. So I picked for his archetype the orator, communication and confidence, because he is a fantastic communicator. He can explain things in a way that you understand it with perfect clarity. So I thought that was a good representation for the King of Swords. And for the Outlaw Oracle energy, I picked the eagle, the higher perspective, the foresight, the vision. He is the higher perspective. He is going to let you, or help you, I should say, see all aspects of what is happening in a situation, because he knows how to step outside of it in order to see it from that new perspective. Plus, he has that foresight to see what's happening or what could possibly happen down the road that could lead you in a different direction by rationalizing and using logic in that situation. And the place that you would see him is in a government setting of some place, public services, administration. He's your local councilman, he's your mayor, but he's your hometown, your home grown, basically, government person. That's how I see this King of Swords. And our final suit is our Wands. And here we have our Page of Wands, and they are full of excitement and they are full of energy. And I see the Page of Wands as very curious. And I love the fact that the Page of Vibes in the Millennial Tarot has that wand as that house DJ. The Page of Wands is the vibe. They are the vibe of the party. They bring the vibe to the party. They are the people that you kind of gravitate to be around. They have that energy about them that attracts people to them for some reason. However, I picked for them the air, the unseen potential and hesitation. Because while they are excited about life or excited about trying out new things, they're the ones that's going to go to a restaurant and not pick the same thing on the menu. They're going to pick something different every time because they want to challenge their taste buds. That's kind of how I see the Page of Wands. But the reason I picked the air is there's a hesitation about them. Sometimes they can get too wrapped up in that excitement that it becomes, I think, overwhelming, and maybe therefore they hesitate of not leaping or trying that new thing. For the outlaw energy, I picked the pioneer, the trailblazer, the explorer, the long haul driver. They want to see what's out there. They just don't know how to go about doing it yet, is kind of what I feel with that. But where you would find them, you would find them in an airport. The travel hub, departure, arrival, the airport lounge. They want that adventure. They want to see other countries. They want to explore other cities and learn about the culture and that kind of thing. That's what I see the Page of Wands as. So next we have our Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands in the Millennial Tarot is the life coach, or it's the Knight of Vibes, is the life coach. I can see them as that motivational person. Get up, let's go, we're going to exercise today, that sort of life coach. So, but the thing is, and they have a bravery about them. They are going to charge in. They're going to come to your rescue, is how I see the Knight of Wands. If you want someone to your rescue, it's the Knight of Wands that's going to do it. They're going to come in and, kind of sweep you off your feet in a relationship. And they're the ones that I kind of related to the Knight of Cups, where it's a love them and leave them kind of thing. And then they're on to their next conquest, their next adventure, their next whatever partner it is. So I picked the Sailor as the archetype energy for this Knight of Wands. New influences and wanderlust. I picked it for that wanderlust because that's what they want. They want an adventure. They don't want dullness in their life. They don't want to sit around on the couch and do nothing. They want to go out and see what is out there and explore all of it. For the outlaw energy, I picked the wild heart, unbridled, adventurous, and they could be the gambler too. They're going to take a risk. They're not afraid to take a risk either. I think the Knight of Wands is more apt to take a risk than the King of Wands is. The King of Wands did all his risk taking, I think, when he was in that knight stage. So that's why I picked that. And because of the wild heart and gambler, I picked that you would see the Knight of Wands in that casino setting. They are going to risk it all. They are going to bet on the odds kind of thing. So that is what I chose for the Knight of Wands energies. And our Queen, we are almost done here. The Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Vibes in the Millennial Tarot baddie, is 100% what I feel the Queen of Wands is. Every time I think of the Queen of Wands, I think of Thelma and Louise. Do you know that movie, Thelma and Louise? Now, I don't think the Queen of Wands would necessarily, I don't know, maybe she would. Maybe she would drive off that cliff. Oh, and if you haven't seen that, sorry if I ruined that for you. But it's a really old movie, so surely you've seen it by now. But anyway, the Queen of Wands is, she likes excitement too. She has that fiery, passionate energy, and she is one who wants to have an exciting partnership with somebody. But she's also the one that if you called up crying and said, oh my God, I've been hurt so bad by so-and-so, she's going to be like, just hold on, I'm going to be there in 2 seconds. She's going to get in that car and she's going to come with her shovel and she's going to say, all right, we're going to go get this person. I'm kidding. But that's how I see her, is she's going to be the one that is like, oh, they did what to you? Oh no, that's not going to fly. And then she's going to try to lift your spirits by telling you, hey, come on, we're going out to the club and we're going to have a good time and you're going to forget all about this. So the energy, or the archetype that I picked for the Knight, or the Queen, geez, I'm getting all confused here, for the Queen of Wands, is the Witch. Experimentation and rebellion, because she is a rebellious person. She is not someone I feel that you can fully tie down. She has to have some sort of element of freedom, and she is going to conjure in her life whatever it is that she wants to conjure. You want to manifest something in your life, she's going to figure out how to have a spell for it. I don't know. I don't know why when this card, when I was flipping through the deck, came up, this is, I thought, was perfect. She has that magician energy to her where she's going to conjure up whatever she wants or needs in her life. And that's why I picked the witch. And I picked the outlaw from the Outlaw Oracle, the independent, authentic, the outlier. She doesn't care if she fits in somewhere. She's not that Queen of Cups who wants everybody to love her. I don't think the Queen of Wands cares if anybody loves her because she loves herself enough. That's kind of how I feel about her. She knows what she wants out of life and she goes after it, or who she wants and she goes after it. She doesn't wait around for that person, I don't think, to come to her. So, in the place, now this I had a hard time. I had a really hard time picking a place from the choices in the deck that I had. So, okay, here's my process. I picked the grassland and I picked the court. The reason I picked the grassland is because I just talked about that freedom aspect. And it says open expanse. And that's what I feel that the Queen of Wands energy is. She's that open expanse. She wants to know and experience everything out there. And there's, like I said, no locking her down into something. I also feel like the Queen of Wands doesn't like labels either. So, I don't know. Now, I picked court because I could see the Queen of Wands kind of being the judge and jury altogether of a situation. Like I said, that whole Thelma and Louise, I'm going to be there in 2 seconds. We're going to go after, so-and-so because they hurt you kind of thing. So I'm not happy. I'm going to say that. I'm not happy with the choices that I have here, but I didn't really have much to choose from. So I would love to know in the comments below the places that you think the Queen of Wands would reside. What place is that for you? Because I'd really like to hear, and I want to see if I have any of those places in my deck, just for comparison reasons. So be sure to share that with me. And finally, our King of Wands, the Millennial Tarot, has the King of Wands, the King of Vibes as that big D energy. This is so fitting for him. The King of Wands, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to explain how I feel. Okay, so the King of Wands, he's, I guess he's inspirational, but yeah, this dude knows who he is. There isn't any, he is your quarterback, I think, on that football team. He is like Patrick Mahomes. He is the quarterback on the football team. He is that charismatic boss or coworker that knows how to inspire you to get that job done. But I feel like the Knight of Wands also wants that acceptance from everybody, and the King doesn't necessarily need that acceptance from everybody because he already knows who he is with this energy. So I picked a couple archetypes for him. I picked the adventurer. He likes a good adventure just like the Knight of Wands does, but he knows the responsibility of that adventure. He knows what it takes, the energy behind that adventure, maybe some of the things that you would have to give up to go on that adventure kind of thing. And I also feel like he is the catalyst. He is the spark of like radical change or taking control of a situation. If there's complete chaos somewhere, the King of Wands is going to be able to step in, wrangle everybody together, and, get everybody set on some sort of path kind of thing. So for the Outlaw Oracle, I chose the Diamondback Rattler, speed and primal power, because I feel like this king has that primal power. I think he can be biting, like that rattlesnake is. So, you know, you have to be cautious if you get that side of him, but he has that primal power. And you can see that primal power right here in the King of Wands representation of the Light Seers Tarot. And finally, for the place that you would find this King of Wands is in the arena. Like I said, he is that quarterback on any of your NFL teams, but he is also going to be there at any type of sporting event, cheering on his favorite team, but wanting to participate in that at the same time. So he likes a performance stage, especially when he can show his abilities in some way. That's what I feel this King of Wands energy is. Well, let me know, how did that resonate for you? What do you think about using your archetypes and your oracle decks, like the Place Oracle, and using that to help you identify your quartz and to help you understand the quartz in some way? I think it was a fantastic idea that Tara put out there when she did her video. So please be sure, like I said, to go check that video out. Links in the description box below. So thanks, Tara, for creating that video. This was really fun to do, and it really pushed my limits a little bit, thinking about how I can find cards in those decks to relate to these energies. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you being here. You know the drill. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and all that other good YouTube stuff. And until I see you next time, bye.